Hey y'all, it's your girl Bianca bringing you our next I Got You Sis Chronicle. I'm super excited to talk to you guys again. I hope that you had a safe week. I know that this was probably a rough week, but we're in this thing together. We are staying at home together and we're going to get through this. And for those people who do not want to stay at home, Google Maps, Waze, those are just a couple of apps that can assist you if you are lost in how to get home. Oh, okay. Anyways, so they are saying that the sales at the liquor stores have gone up in the month of March. That's crazy to me. I don't see why. But, we're going to get through this thing. And I'm not judging you, however you do it. If you choose Moscato, vodka, tequila, or anything else, you get through this thing. But drink you some water too, and do a couple sit-ups. Okay. Anyway, so this week we're gonna talk about something that is near and dear to my heart. We were supposed to talk about accountability partners, but we're going to talk about accountability partners next week because I have something super special to go along with that, and I used a little bit more time to get that together. So today we're going to talk about something else that is rising. Domestic violence cases are rising in this time that we are quarantined and isolated and social distancing. Your home is a refuge. And if your home is not a refuge, if it is not your place of peace, then you need to evaluate what are the things that are not allowing it to be that. I understand that a lot of people are out of work, so we're spending time with each other that we are not used to spending. Maybe you're used to working 1, 2, maybe 3 jobs. And so now you have all this idle time. And it can be upsetting and it can be frustrating. But we are still allowed to take a walk. And if you are the person that is easily angered, take a walk. And if you are the person that is a victim of someone who is easily angered, encourage them to take a walk, or see if you can find a way to remove yourself from that situation so that we can all get through this alive. Being hit by another person is never okay. And there are no excuses for being hit by someone. I like to say that I've already been raised once, and I think that my parents did a pretty good job in raising me. So no man, no woman is going to raise me again. You can make suggestions, you can encourage, you can inspire me, but you will not raise me again, and you will not raise your hand to me. So let's just be conscious of that. Let's make sure that we're reaching out and we're checking on our friends and our family, that we're checking on people to make sure that they're okay. If you see any signs of anything, maybe you can be their refuge, or maybe you can help them find another place of refuge because you don't want to be involved in that. And that's okay, especially if you have children of your own that you want to keep safe. Sometimes you can't be that saving grace in that way by providing the shelter, but you can be a saving grace by listening. You can be a saving grace by helping them with resources and getting them to a safe place. I remember being in a relationship with someone and he was very controlling. And initially, when we got together, we had, I don't know, it was just like, it was fun. We were having a good time. But he was super controlling and he would do things like he didn't like me to go out with my friends if he wasn't coming too. And if I did go by myself, he would pop up in the places that I was. And it was scary. Till this day, like I don't check into a location on social media unless I'm already gone because I would make that mistake and that would be the decision that he made. You know, if he knew where I was going, he was going to be there because he wanted to make sure that I was not doing something that I guess he didn't see fit, that he didn't see as appropriate. I remember wanting to go out with one of my friends and I wouldn't tell him where I was going. I said, I'm going out, we're going to have a good time, and, I'll let you know when I get home safely. And because I would not tell him where I was going, he took my keys. He took the clothes that I was going to wear that evening, and he would not give them to me. I didn't know where they were. I ended up leaving. Like I ended up getting my stuff and just leaving. And I didn't have a car, so I just walked. I started walking to my mom's house. And my mom probably lived a good 6 or 7 miles at least from the area that I was in with him. But I didn't care. I was tired. I was tired of him trying to control me. I was tired of him, putting his hands on me and just being a complete jackass. And so I started walking. It was wintertime. It was so cold outside. And I remember I probably got a good 2 miles down the road and this truck driver stopped. And he asked me where I was going. And I told him where I was going. And he happened to be a truck driver for my mom's neighbor's company. And my mom's neighbor she lived on the same street. So he asked me about her. And I said, oh, yeah, her and my mom chat from time to time. And so he took me home. And it was God's grace that somebody was able to get me. Because I was tired and I didn't have what I needed in order to leave him. I didn't have what I needed in order to be able to get away from him at that time. And so God made a way. He made a way. I don't suggest walking down city highways in the middle of the night, in the middle of winter, when it's freezing temperatures and all you have is your work clothes and a thin little pea coat on. I don't suggest that. I don't recommend that. That's my story. But I made it through. This same man actually decided to call me and said that he was going to commit suicide if I did not come back home from where I was. And I was out of state. And I did not want that blood on my hands. So I did as he asked. I did. I can admit that I did as he asked. But that was the last time. That was the last time he was able to call me and say anything to me. When I knew that he was okay, I let that be that. And never spoke to him again after that. And I have not seen him after that. And wouldn't want to. That situation got a lot worse. That situation got very dangerous before it got better. But I did walk away, and I am better because of it. I am better because I decided that I deserved more. It wasn't that I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. I felt like I could love him through it. I felt like he was going to be okay if I showed him empathy. I was showing sympathy. If I showed him love and compassion. But it's not my job. Just like it's not his job to try to raise me, it's not my job to try to raise him either. It's not my job. You can love on somebody, you can encourage them, but at some point they have to own it. They have to take control of it. They have to make the decisions for themselves. So I say to you, I beg of you, your life depends on it. Your life depends on you loving yourself and valuing yourself enough to say that you don't need it. And as a woman, I say this because it's not just men putting their hands on people. Women put their hands on people too. They can be the cause of the domestic violence as well. Everybody keep your hands to yourself. Women, please do not. I cannot stand it when a woman puts her hands on a man, and then when a man hits her back, she decides that was wrong. It was wrong when you decided to lift your hands up and touch that man. It was wrong when you decided that you could not keep your hands to yourself. You, my sis, my good sis, you are wrong. Let me tell you, as big and bad as I thought I was, I'm not about to put my hands on no man, because at that very moment, he has to make a decision on whether or not he is going to take the nice route and keep his hands to himself. I'm not going to put my life in your hands, boo-boo. I'm just going to keep my hands to myself. I am not going to be the aggressor. I am not going to be the antagonizer. I am not going to do that. I'm going to keep my hands to myself, and I expect you to keep your hands to yourself too. It's a serious thing, guys. It's very serious. It's not a game. People have lost their lives. Countless number of women and men have lost their lives because of domestic violence situations. Children have been robbed of their parents. Children have been robbed of their childhoods because they grew up with that. And then they grow up and they see you getting your tail whooped, and then they grow up thinking that that's the way it's supposed to be, that it's okay. You know, I thought that it was okay if a man put his hands on me as long as I fought back. I thought that. I thought that as long as I fought back, that it was okay, because that was just a part of the relationship. That's pretty warped. That's pretty clucked up, okay? You don't want your child then growing up and seeking out relationships in which domestic violence is the norm, where getting your tail whooped is a part of your daily routine. We're covering up black eyes and wearing winter clothes in the summertime, and wrapping scarves up around your neck so tight because you don't want anyone to know about your life, your normal. Oh, he was just playing. He had a hard day at work. And I'm saying he because that's what I deal with. So whatever it may be, it's not your fault. And it's not your kid's fault. We cannot allow it. It's not okay. We have to lift each other up. We have to be aware of the signs. We have to get help. We have to remove ourselves from the situations. It's not going to get better with time. We have to be responsible for ourselves, and we have to love enough to say no more. I love y'all, for real. So please, 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 just be aware of that during this time and during any time. Be aware of it and be safe in every aspect of the word. Be safe. Thank you so much for watching I Got You Sis Chronicles. Please take the time to hit that like button, hit that share button, and also if you have not yet, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss another episode of I Got You Sis Chronicles ever in life. All right, accountability partners next week, I promise. See you next time.